Turkey's parliament has voted in favor of Sweden's accession to NATO, and that clears a long-standing hurdle to Stockholm joining the Western Alliance. Lawmakers voted overwhelmingly in favor of Sweden's bid to become the 32nd member of NATO after it won the public backing of Turkey's president. Recep Tayyip Erdogan's objections focused on Sweden's perceived acceptance of Kurdish groups that Turkey views as terrorists. Stockholm responded by tightening its anti-terrorism legislation. Turkey's approval now leaves Hungary as the only NATO member yet to ratify Sweden's membership. Our correspondent Dorian Jones, he's standing by in Istanbul. Good evening to you, Dorian. So tell us more about the voting process today.
Well, there was no real surprise about the passing of this motion to ratify Sweden's joining of NATO, given the fact that President Erdogan has a majority in Parliament and the main opposition was also supporting the motion. So it easily passed 287 votes to 55, a massive majority. But still, there is a collective sigh of relief across NATO. The US ambassador to Turkey, Jeff Flake, straight after the vote, tweeted saying that it was great news for Sweden, great news for Turkey and for NATO, while the Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson also tweeted on X saying that this was a critical step forward. Now, President Erdogan still has to sign off on this ratification. He said that he would do that in the coming days ahead. So all eyes will be now on President Erdogan to sign off and take Sweden one step closer to joining NATO.
Yeah, and Dorian, Sweden applied to join NATO back in May of 2022. Why did it take such a long time for Turkey to agree?
Well, I mean, Turkey had a long list of demands from Sweden. They wanted to crack down on this Kurdish separatist group, the PKK, which is designated by the European Union and the United States as a terrorist organization. Ankara says Sweden wasn't doing enough to crack down on that group. Also, it wanted more legal protections to prevent Koran burnings, which in Sweden caused outrage here in Turkey. But Turkey's main demand was from Washington. They've been looking to Congress to ratify the sale of US military jets to replace Turkey's aging fleet. Now, Erdogan is saying that he would only ratify if he would get a guarantee from the US President, Joe Biden, that would pass through Congress. Now, Joe Biden apparently spoke with President Erdogan last month, and he said that the best way to achieve this was to get the vote through Parliament, get NATO ratifying Sweden's membership, and then it would be easy to overcome opposition within Congress. Now, Erdogan has been skeptical whether Biden can deliver, but he has delivered the vote here in Parliament. Now he will be looking to Biden to make concessions and movements on Congress. He could well hold off signing until he sees some movement from Congress. So it remains to be seen whether Erdogan is quite ready to close the chapter on Sweden's bid to join NATO.
Yeah, the world will be watching, especially the Swedish world. DW correspondent Dorian Jones in Istanbul. Thank you, Dorian.